Drama unfolds in Choy's shocking plan to claim her grandchild. Hello, dear readers. If you're a fan of Days of Our Lives like I am, you know how the twists and turns in Salem can keep us on the edge of our seats. Today, we're diving into a storyline that's heating up with family secrets, hidden bonds, and a grandmother's fierce determination. This tale centers on Amy Choy, a strong-willed mother who's about to make a bold move to take her daughter's baby in a truly spectacular fashion. But there's more to it. Amy harbors deep prejudices, especially against gay people, and discovering her grandson is in the care of a gay couple sends her into a rage. How does she uncover the truth? Let's break it down step by step, in a way that's easy to follow, with all the drama and details that make soap operas so captivating. Imagine the heartache of a young mother giving up her child, only for family ties to pull everything into chaos. That's exactly what's happening with Sophia Choy and her baby boy, Tesoro. We'll explore the emotions, the suspicions, and the explosive confrontations ahead. Grab a cup of tea, settle in, and let's unravel this story together. Sophia's heartbreaking decision. Giving up baby Tesoro. Let's start at the beginning. Sophia Choy, played by the talented Rachel Boyd, is a young woman facing one of life's toughest choices. She's just given birth to a beautiful baby boy, but as a teenager, she's not ready for the responsibilities of motherhood. Feeling overwhelmed and wanting to reclaim her life, after missing out on milestones like prom and graduation, Sophia decides to place her son in a safe haven box at the local fire station. This is a special program that allows parents to anonymously surrender newborns without legal repercussions, ensuring the child finds a safe home. It wasn't an easy decision for Sophia. She loves her son deeply, but she believes this is the best way to give him a good life. To cover her tracks, Sophia teams up with Melinda Trask to create a fake story. She tells everyone, including the baby's father Tate Black, Leo Howard, and her own mother Amy, that she gave birth to a girl and handed her over to adoptive parents far away. This lie is meant to protect her secret and let her move on. But here's where comfort comes in for Sophia. She soon learns that her baby, whom we'll call Tesoro, has ended up in the caring hands of Javi Hernandez and Leo Stark, Greg Ricart. Javi discovers the infant at the fire station and, along with Leo, steps up as foster parents. They're forming a loving bond with the little one, providing him with warmth, stability, and affection. Sophia takes solace in knowing her son is well cared for, even if it's hard to let go. Why Sophia chose this path? Sophia feared that if Tate saw the baby, he'd fall in love and want to keep him, complicating her plans. She's determined to focus on her future, but emotions run high in these situations. The emotional toll. Giving up a child is never simple. Sophia wrestles with guilt and longing, but seeing Tesoro thrive offers her a sliver of peace. Little does Sophia know, this setup is about to ignite a firestorm within her family, especially with her mother, Amy Choy. Amy Choy. A grandmother's growing attachment and hidden prejudices. Now, enter Amy Choy, portrayed by Shirna Nielsen, who makes her debut in this storyline with a mix of overprotectiveness and deep-seated biases. Amy is Sophia's domineering mother, often described as a helicopter mom, who micromanages every aspect of her daughter's life. She's been a constant presence during Sophia's pregnancy, insisting on things like keeping the baby and even pushing for Sophia to marry Tate. But Amy's world is about to collide with Tesoro's in unexpected ways. In a pivotal episode on July 17th, Amy spots Tesoro in his stroller at the courthouse during jury selection. She runs into Leo, who's also there, and can't resist gushing over the adorable baby. Amy expresses her affection warmly, even returning after being dismissed to say a heartfelt goodbye to the little one. It's clear from this moment that Amy feels an inexplicable pull toward Tesoro. She's quite attracted to him, as if there's an intuitive connection. This isn't a one-off encounter. Spoilers suggest more meetings are on the horizon, building Amy's attachment. Perhaps Leo faces an emergency and Amy volunteers to babysit, allowing her to spend quality time with the baby. Imagine the scenes. Amy cradling Tesoro, singing lullabies, and feeling a void in her heart fill up as she bonds with him. These moments could be tender yet tense, especially as Sophia witnesses this growing closeness and starts to worry. But here's the dramatic undercurrent. Amy hates gay people. Her prejudices run deep, rooted in outdated views that clash with modern family dynamics. When she learns that Tesoro, whom she suspects is her grandson, is being raised by Javi and Leo, a gay couple, it infuriates her. The idea of her grandson falling into the hands of a same-sex couple sends Amy into a spiral of anger and determination. She sees it as a personal affront, fueling her resolve to intervene. Amy's personality in focus. Amy is no caricature. She's a complex woman who speaks her mind unapologetically, as seen when she blasts E.J. DiMera in court for being a miserable excuse for a human being. Yet, she shows a softer side with children, like her affection for Tesoro, the void in her heart. After Sophia's fake adoption story, Amy might cling to Tesoro to fill the grandmotherly emptiness, not realizing the full truth yet. This attachment isn't just emotional. It's the spark that ignites Amy's detective instincts. Suspicion builds. How Amy uncovers the truth as the weeks unfold. Amy's suspicions grow. Sophia's cover story, faking the birth details and claiming the baby went to a distant couple, starts to crack under scrutiny. Amy, already connected to Tesoro, senses something's off. Why does this baby at the courthouse feel so familiar? Why does holding him stir such strong maternal instincts? Spoilers from Days of Our Lives hint that Amy's bond with Tesoro leads her on a quest for evidence. She might play detective, piecing together clues from chance encounters and overheard conversations. Perhaps Sophia slips up, or Amy witnesses a telling moment between Sophia and the foster parents. The climax? Amy conducts a secret DNA test. Driven by her hunch that Tesoro is her grandchild, she swipes a sample, maybe during a babysitting stint, and gets it analyzed behind everyone's back. If the results confirm her suspicions, Amy has the proof she needs. But what if Sophia rigs the test to protect her secret? Either way, trouble brews. How does Amy learn about Javi and Leo specifically? Through Salem's gossip mill or direct observation? She might follow leads, discovering the baby's placement with the couple. The revelation hits hard. Her precious grandson in the care of a gay couple? Unacceptable in Amy's eyes? User query. Her anger boils over, blending prejudice with protective fury. Key moments of suspicion. Amy overhears Sophia talking vaguely about the adoption. More courthouse-like run-ins where Amy bonds with Tesoro. A babysitting scenario that deepens her intuitive connection. This discovery sets the stage for Amy's spectacular plan. The spectacular takeover. Amy's dramatic bid for the baby. Here's where the drama peaks. Amy, fueled by rage and a twisted sense of family duty, decides to take Tesoro in a way that's nothing short of spectacular. User query. She's not content with legal battles. She wants a bold, unforgettable move. Imagine Amy orchestrating a fake emergency to whisk Tesoro away, or confronting Javi and Leo in a public showdown, declaring her blood rights, expanded dramatically from spoilers. Her hatred for gay people amplifies everything. How dare they raise my grandson? She might fume, seeing their loving home as a threat. User query. The fact that Tesoro fell into their hands enrages her, pushing her to extreme actions. User query. Perhaps she storms their home, armed with DNA results, demanding custody on the spot. Or, in a soap opera twist, she fakes documents to claim guardianship, turning Salem upside down. Sophia could be in deep trouble too. Witnessing Amy's bond with Tesoro drives her crazy, fearing exposure. If Amy succeeds, it spells heartbreak for Javi and Leo, who've grown attached and even considered adoption. Their dreams of family could shatter, leading to emotional devastation. Why so dramatic? Amy's prejudices make her actions explosive, turning a family matter into a moral crusade. User query. Potential outcomes. Amy gets the evidence and wins custody. Sophia thwarts her, rigging results for a counter-twist. A custody battle ensues, pitting Amy against the foster dads. What lies ahead? Trouble and heartache in Salem as Days of Our Lives spoilers tease. Amy's meeting with Tesoro spells big trouble for Sophia. Stay tuned for alarming developments. Will Amy's plan succeed? Or will secrets unravel further? This storyline reminds us of the power of family bonds, even when twisted by prejudice and deception. Next, Ari and Holly's terrifying ordeal ends in a narrow escape. It was a day no one in Salem will soon forget. Danger lurked in the shadows, and two brave young girls, Ariana Ari Horton and Holly Jonas, faced a terrifying ordeal that tested their courage and resilience. What began as an innocent attempt to break free from their captivity quickly spiraled into a race against disaster. Ari, ever resourceful and loyal, took a bold risk. Realizing they might not have much time before something went terribly wrong, she climbed into an air vent, determined to find a way out and lead Holly to safety. Her bravery was commendable, but the mission took a dangerous turn when the vent she was crawling through gave way beneath her. Trapped, alone, and in physical distress, Ari's situation grew dire. It was Salem's dependable police commissioner, Rafe Hernandez, who rushed to the scene. With years of experience and unwavering resolve, Rafe managed to pull Ari out of the collapsed vent, though the ordeal had clearly taken a toll. She was shaken and exhausted, but thanks to Rafe's swift actions, she escaped serious injury. As Ari was being checked out, her mother Gabby rushed into the scene. Gabby, who had been frantic with worry, immediately embraced her daughter, tears streaming down her face as she whispered reassurances and promises that she'd never leave her side again. The reunion between mother and daughter was heart-wrenching, a stark reminder of just how close Ari had come to tragedy. Tate rushes to rescue Holly, but trouble lurks ahead. Meanwhile, Tate Black's moment of heroism was a highlight of the day. When he realized Holly was in danger, something primal kicked in. He broke down the door separating them and ran to her side, driven by nothing but love and fear. Their reunion was tender and emotional, filled with tears and relief. Holly fell into his arms, overwhelmed by the sheer intensity of the moment and the horror of what they had just endured. But this high didn't last long for Tate. Even as he was celebrating having Holly back safely in his arms, his world began to crack again. Just as they prepared to head to the police station to report the kidnapping, Tate received a voicemail that would shake him to his core. Sophia's labor. Or so she says. Sophia, the troubled teen whose life has become increasingly entwined with Tate's, left a cryptic message claiming that she was in labor. The news hit Tate like a thunderbolt, especially given that he had only just reunited with Holly after what felt like a nightmare. The timing was suspicious, the tone of her voice unsettling. What Tate didn't know was that this entire call was part of a far more sinister plan orchestrated by Sophia and the ever-manipulative Melinda Trask. In reality, Sophia had already given birth. The baby had been quietly abandoned in a cruel twist that left viewers stunned. The phone call, dramatic and calculated, was designed to mislead Tate into believing that Sophia still needed his support. Melinda, a master of legal maneuvering and emotional manipulation, is pulling the strings behind the scenes. Her motivations remain murky, but one thing is clear. She will stop at nothing to protect Sophia's secret and maintain control of the narrative. Whether her reasons are rooted in guilt, ambition, or something darker, her presence looms large over the unfolding drama. Will Tate believe Sophia's lies? Now comes the pivotal question. Will Tate fall for Sophia's story? She has proven herself to be a master manipulator, weaving partial truths with just enough emotion to seem believable. And given the emotional chaos swirling around him, Tate may be vulnerable enough to buy into her deception. But viewers know Tate isn't the same naive teenager he once was. The ordeal with Holly, his growing relationship with her, and the emotional turbulence he's already endured may give him the clarity to question Sophia's claims. Will he rush to her side, abandoning Holly yet again? Or will he see the red flags and stand his ground? Fallout and future consequences. The ramifications of this storyline are just beginning. Holly, still fragile from her ordeal, may feel betrayed if Tate suddenly turns his attention back to Sophia. Her trust in him, newly rebuilt after their dramatic rescue, could be shattered in an instant. Meanwhile, Gabi's maternal instincts are on high alert. She's already vowed to keep Ari safe at any cost, and she may soon find herself embroiled in the darker implications of the kidnapping. Who orchestrated the abduction? Was it truly random, or is something more sinister at play? And what about Rafe? His role in rescuing Ari may be just the beginning. As commissioner, he'll likely launch a full-scale investigation into the incident, potentially uncovering a tangled web of lies, cover-ups, and motives that stretch far beyond what anyone initially suspected. What comes next in Salem? As the dust begins to settle, Salem's residents are left grappling with more questions than answers. The kidnapping may be over, but its emotional and psychological aftershocks are far from done. New alliances will be formed, old wounds reopened, and the truth, whatever it may be, will demand to be reckoned with. One thing's for certain. Tate, Holly, Ari, and Sophia are now caught in a storm of consequences that none of them could have foreseen. With Melinda manipulating events from the shadows and secrets continuing to surface, the drama in Salem is only just beginning. So stay tuned, Days of Our Lives fans, because this story is far from over.